Good evening, I'm Annie Thompson, and welcome to the U.S. Crime Line. It was a warm holiday gathering. Family members laughing, children playing, smiles filling the room. Looking at that moment, no one could have imagined what would happen just 6 months later. Because tomorrow would have been Jackie Waller's 39th birthday, a loving Missouri mother of 3 whose life ended in a tragedy no one saw coming. One day, Jackie simply vanished. Her family began calling her phone again and again, but there was no answer. Instead, there was only a desperate voicemail. "Hey, get this message. Please call me. Nobody knows where you're at." That was the moment Jackie's sister, Cheryl Breeny, knew something was terribly wrong. Jackie had gone to meet her husband, Clay Waller. The couple was in the middle of a divorce. Their relationship had been falling apart for years, filled with tension, emotional abuse, and fear. But Jackie believed she was finally getting her life back. She had moved out with her children, she had a stable career, and she was ready to start over. What she didn't know was that the man she once trusted was planning something far darker. Clay Waller had once worked as a deputy at the Cape Girardeau County Sheriff's Office, but colleagues say he always had a deceptive streak. He bounced from job to job while Jackie worked hard as a manager at a major insurance company. When the couple had triplets, Jackie embraced motherhood completely. She worked full-time, cared for the children, and often felt like she was raising her husband too. Eventually, Jackie decided she wanted out of the marriage. But she was careful. In a private diary she kept on her work computer, Jackie documented terrifying threats Clay had made. One entry read, "If I file for divorce, one of us won't live to see the kids grow up." Another entry said, "Clay told me divorce would be my death sentence." Jackie once looked her sister in the eye and said, "I know what he's capable of. I just don't want to be dead." Then came what would become her final day. Jackie met Clay to discuss custody of their son during the divorce process. After the meeting, she called her sister and said she was heading home, but she never made it. Hours passed, no calls, no messages. Cheryl immediately feared the worst. She drove more than an hour to Jackson, Missouri, and went straight to the police station. Her message to investigators was direct. She believed Clay Waller had killed her sister. Police quickly discovered that something about Clay's story didn't add up. Jackie's car was later found abandoned with a flat tire. Investigators soon realized the tire had been punctured while the car was stationary. The scene had been staged. When authorities searched Clay's home, they found disturbing evidence: bloodstains in the hallway and sections of missing carpet. Beneath the floorboards, in a crawl space, investigators discovered carpet soaked with Jackie's blood. But there was one major problem. There was no body. Without it, proving murder would be incredibly difficult. Meanwhile, Clay's behavior was strange and disturbing. He laughed at search teams, drove past them honking his horn, and even mocked Jackie's grieving family. Investigators believed his arrogance would eventually expose him. And they were right. 4 months after Jackie disappeared, Clay was arrested, not for murder, but for threatening Jackie's sister online. That arrest opened the door to something much bigger. Prosecutors began building a powerful case against him. Nearly 2 years after Jackie vanished, Clay Waller was finally charged with murder. But there was still one crucial question left unanswered. Where was Jackie? In exchange for a reduced sentence, Clay agreed to reveal the location of her body. He led investigators to a remote sandbar along the Mississippi River known as Devil's Island. At first, he tried to mislead them, but eventually he pointed to a dead tree. Investigators later learned the tree had been deliberately killed with fertilizer, marking Jackie's grave. When authorities dug beneath the sand, they finally found her remains. After years of searching, Jackie Waller was finally brought home. But the heartbreak didn't end there. The couple's triplets were only 5 years old when they learned the devastating truth. Their father had murdered their mother. During sentencing, Jackie's son Maddox faced his father in court. With courage beyond his years, he told him, "You killed our mom. You betrayed your kids. We don't like you anymore. This is the last time you'll hear from me." Clay showed no emotion. Even after pleading guilty, Clay continued showing no remorse. He later wrote a book describing the murder he committed, but his arrogance ultimately led to even more prison time. Federal prosecutors charged him with interstate domestic violence, adding another 35 years to his sentence. Today, Jackie's children are being raised by their Aunt Cheryl and her husband, and although their family was shattered by violence, they continue to honor Jackie's memory every day. What began as a joyful family gathering ended in a heartbreaking crime. But through pain and perseverance, Jackie's family fought for the truth, and they never stopped until justice was served.